Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live training, Amazon influencer update, Ask Me Anything session here. All right. Let me just make sure we are good and live everywhere where we need to be. This is wonderful. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone got my email today and is all feeling the Valentine's love today. All right, let me get my chat going here. All right, and I'm going to get my Facebook open so we can just dive right in. We're going to be talking about all things Amazon influencer, what is going on this week, anything new and exciting, and then of course any updates and any questions. So let's dive in. All right. If you guys want to say hi, tell me you're here. Tell me where you're from. Hello, Nikki. Very nice to see you. Wonderful. We've got Donna here from Oklahoma. Hi, Donna. Love it. Love it. Wonderful. So today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Let's see, we've got a hello, happy day from Sam. Wonderful. Hey, Sam. Nice to see you here today. All right, we have got, hi, Kathleen from Windsor. Yes, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. We've got Nicole from Washington. Nicole, I believe it is your birthday, right? Did I see that on Facebook? Happy birthday, Nicole. Everyone says, please say happy birthday, Nicole. What a fun birthday, Valentine's Day. That's so fun. Sam is coming from Arizona. Susan, we've got from Windsor. Sam, that's right. You are in Arizona. Cool. Tracy from Northern Virginia. Yes. Happy birthday, Nicole. Yes. That's so fun. Oh, what a great day to be born. I love it. Hey, Kyla. Hello from Florida. Susan says, happy birthday, Nicole. Wonderful. This is great. I'm loving all the love, you guys. It is Valentine's Day. So, and I was like desperately looking for a red shirt, and this was the best I can do. It's maroon. All of my like red shirts are got a bunch of like text and silly faces on them. So, yeah. Wonderful. Ooh, we have let's see who said this. Yay, Sam says received my first $2 from Canada sale. Okay, I want to talk about Canada. Nicole says, thank you. I enjoy having a Valentine's birthday. Oh, I love it. That's so fun. Some people love being born on holidays and some don't. I'm so glad you love being born on the holiday. I was not born on a holiday, but on the eve of a holiday. My birthday is New Year's Eve, so December 31st. And I think it's great. Some people are like, oh, it's so close to Christmas. Don't you get like combined gifts, And I was like, oh no, that was never an issue for me. I just always thought, growing up that the fireworks and everything that we would watch late at night on my birthday were just for me, So, okay, let's talk about Canada, you guys, and I'm going to take all of your questions, so feel free to pop them in the chat if you like. Canada has been up and down, but mostly popping from what I hear. Again, I'm not in Canada at the moment. I'm still kind of fighting with Amazon to make that happen because for some reason they're not letting me in because of a previous account of somebody else that was on my account for a while. But anyway, long story short, I'm still working on that. However, I have lots of people in my network who are making money with Canada, like $2 or $30 or $50. So we keep seeing Canada changing things. And they had shoppable videos up for a while and then they took them down and then they put them back up. And like now some people can see them and now some people can't. So, if you guys are selling in Canada, I'd love to hear about your experience and what's going on there. Sam says he received his first $2 from Canada sale. So that's pretty exciting. I think the most exciting thing about Canada and Amazon even just opening the shoppable videos on Canada is that it gives us hope that not only they will stay there forever, but that they will also like move this over to other global marketplaces. I really think that is the hope. And while the US is the largest Amazon marketplace, We do know that there's quite a lot more money that's being processed through all of the other global marketplaces too. Canada, from my experience on the selling side, and just like market share and all that, it tends to be about 5 to 10% of the volume that we see in the US marketplace. So, like when I have clients and we're selling on the US and we move over to Canada, it tends to do, yeah, about 5 to 10% of the sales. And I believe that's pretty much across the board as far as like the whole marketplace, right? So, let's say if Amazon is doing 400 billion this year, then Canada will probably do what, like 40 million or something. I don't know if I did that math right. But yeah, so Canada is definitely, if you guys are not an Amazon influencer in Canada yet, that should be your next move. So Nicole says, yeah, do you have to upload videos separately to the other marketplaces? Yes, you do. Right now, I think we're hopeful in the future that the Amazon influencer like creator hub will work similarly to merch. So if anybody sells merch, if anybody does merch on demand by Amazon, and then the same with KDP, right? You can upload your stuff and then you can pick your marketplaces. So we can say, yes, we want it to be US and Canada and Mexico and Japan and the UK and India and all that good stuff. So that is not how it is right now. Maybe in the future it will be. I'm hopeful because of the other programs that Amazon has where they connect everything kind of globally. I think that'll be, like I said, kind of further down the roadmap there, but it's very encouraging that that we have Canada shoppable videos now. So let's see here. Nikki says, from what I've seen, influencer videos are only on the bottom carousel, even if there's space in the upper. Okay, okay, yeah, they had them in the upper for a while, and now they're in the lower. Yeah, they keep changing that, and I think they're testing that just like how they're testing on the US side. I know that there was one, was it one day or maybe 2 days? It was at least one full day where, myself and everyone else was freaking out because we couldn't see any videos in the top carousel. At least clicking into it, right? It would still say that there was that amount of videos there, but then we click into it and it wouldn't be there, just be the brand video and no others. And we're like, oh my God, what's Amazon doing today? That quickly came back. Like I said, I think it was like by the end of the day, most of my links had been fixed. But then I got lower carousels back finally that same day. So if you guys were on there, I can't remember what the day was. I posted something in one of the groups about it. But yeah, it did get fixed. But then, like I said, I got my lower carousel back after that. So I feel like whenever we see these kind of glitches going on with Amazon, they're always doing stuff behind the scenes, right? But even with reporting, they said that, we had a reporting delay. That was just a couple days ago too, right? And so we wake up and we like to look at our commissions, and when there's nothing there, it's very concerning. And we just need to make sure that that's the consensus that's going on with everybody else, and it's not just our account, because I know I always have a little mini heart attack when I'm like, there's no information. At least you can log in, right? You would know. You would know if you got shut down. Not that I'm worried about that. It's more just, making sure that everything's working properly. And when it doesn't, it becomes concerning. So I do think that Amazon they're always testing things, but I'm happy to say I got my lower carousel back. Looks like we're seeing lower carousel on Canada, not necessarily upper carousel. If anyone sees upper carousel in Canada, let me know. I did look earlier today and I couldn't find any on the upper carousel too. So I'm guessing it's probably just lower for now. Um, so Joshua says, I just signed up for one link. So how do I access the Canadian portal? So that is a little bit different, I want to say. So for me, I am selling on Canada through the US, but I don't have a separate Canada account. So when you have, and Sam has a great point. Canada doesn't have as many products, right? So that's why, or as many people, or quite the fulfillment chain, the fulfillment network that Amazon has in the US. So it's definitely going to be less volume going on there, but still very much worth it, especially if you are one of the early people, right? Think back 3 years ago for the first people that started doing the US influencer program. And again, while Canada is not as big of a marketplace, it's still a great opportunity. And I do think that it's going to eventually, hopefully, open shoppable videos once they prove the concept in Canada, right? Hopefully, they do it in the other marketplaces as well. Um, so, with one link, I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's all US. That's all US still. What you want to do is you want to make sure, Joshua, that you have a Canadian storefront. So it'll be amazon.ca/shop/ whatever your store name is. But the way to do that and make sure you're already signed up for it is to go to like the sign up page for Amazon influencers. So if you go to Google and say, Amazon influencer sign up, go to that page. And then in the top right, well, yeah, you guys, I'm mirrored for you. So, but the top right corner, there's going to be a drop down with all of the different marketplaces. Drop that down to Canada and then go to sign in or sign up or whichever button it says there. And if it takes you through the process of signing up, that's okay. That's going to create you like a separate Canada influencer account. I say separate, it's all connected because you just use your same login that you have for the US store. But that will then create your own Canadian storefront. And that's going to be different. That's going to be separate from your US storefront. And that's where you can go in and add your content. So you can do photos, you can do video, upload videos there, and then you'll have your own Canadian storefront page, just like how you have in the US. So try that first, because that's like the separate one. I know what you mean with the one link. You can see everything in the US reporting interface. And like I said, I'm earning in Canada, but it's through the US. It's not through Canada necessarily, but you need to have a Canada account in order to upload shoppable videos to the Canadian marketplace. So check that out. Make sure you're signed up there. All right. Let's see. We have who said this one? So, Sam said, I have a person I do videos for someone, and they said they will be shipping products to Canada. Yes, it's a nice new frontier. Yeah, I think it is also, again, it's just a great opportunity because there's going to be, people are going to be more, people are going to be shipping more to Canada. Like I said, I know I have a couple clients we work with that we are now starting to ship direct to Canada when we weren't before. We were doing remote fulfillment through Amazon US. So, yeah, Eva says, I thought Amazon Canada took down their shoppable videos. They did. They did for a while, and then they brought them back. And then they took them down, and now they're back. From what we're seeing right now, it's just on the lower carousel. But if anyone sees upper carousel on Canada, most definitely let us know because, yeah, that's very exciting. I know it's a huge bummer when they take it away. That's so very frustrating. But excuse me, but they keep bringing them back, which is hopeful. Dory has a great question. Are the ASINs different in Canada then, since it won't be the same as the US link? Typically the ASINs in Canada are going to be the same as the US, especially because like I said, on the back end of Amazon seller, we are able to just kind of like click a button that says, yes, we'd like to sell this thing in Canada. And then Amazon will set it up in Canada and do fulfillment from the US to Canada, which isn't ideal. There are other ways to do that. But yes, that is why and how typically the ASINs will be the same. And if they're not, they won't always be the same, but for the most part, they will be the same. And that is because it becomes a lot easier on the seller side and on the Amazon side to be able to track that. So if you're not sure, you can always take that ASIN and just go pop it into amazon.ca and see if it comes up. The other thing that you can do that I've been doing as well. So I've been using Genius Links to post my affiliate link when I'm taking my Amazon videos and uploading them to YouTube. I've been using Genius Links on the recommendation from some people in my network. And the reason for that is because then it keeps that tracking that affiliate cookie and then opens it up in it opens it up, I believe, in the Amazon like app. It's really for mobile, like basically just to make sure that your affiliate link is still getting tracked as people click on your link and open the Amazon shopping app. And so one of the cool features of Genius Links is that, so the way it works is you take your Amazon affiliate link, you go put it into Genius Links, which this is all okay with Amazon's terms of service. You just have to make sure that you say, like the way I structure it is basically the rule with using Genius Links and why it's okay is that you have to disclose that people are, oh, did I do that? Or did someone else do that? I didn't mean to do a thumbs down. Um, the reason why you can use Genius Links is because as long as you say like this product on Amazon and then have the link, you have to disclose that the link is bringing people to Amazon before they click it. And then you're okay as far as terms of service goes with Amazon and with the FTC. So, and Genius Links has really great documentation that shows you exactly how to use that. But anyway, the reason why I use Genius Links is primarily because of that. But another benefit is that when you take your Amazon affiliate link, run it through Genius Links, it will then pop up every other Amazon marketplace and tell you if that product is available in those other marketplaces. And it's all of them. It's Canada, it's Mexico, it's UK, Japan, Australia, Sweden, Italy, Germany, France, all of it. So now when I go and update and post my links onto YouTube for my videos, then I keep a note of, do I need to upload these internationally or not based on if Genius Links found, it'll say I found the exact match or a similar match. And if I find exact matches on the global marketplaces, then I'll make sure to go back and add them, or I make a note to go back and add them to the other marketplaces. Because right now I am only in the UK and Australia just because they're English speaking, and I wasn't sure that my videos would be approved for non-English speaking countries um, uh, because I've had people upload videos in other languages to the US and have an issue. Basically, Amazon rejected them saying, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it basically was like not relevant content. And I think it was because of the language barrier. And I've seen that the other way too, right? People uploading English speaking videos to marketplaces where English was not the first language, and those got rejected too. So, yes, Kyla says, is Genius Links an app or a paid tool? It is a paid tool, but it is one of the cheapest, most affordable of the link tools that exist. I think I pay $6 a month for Genius Links. Yeah, if you want to take a look at that, Kyla, I can give you more info too, but check it out. It's I think you can pay by click, or you can do, like I said, the lowest tier is like $6 a month. And that's the one that I'm using. And honestly, just to know which other marketplaces that an item is on is definitely worth $6 a month. But yeah, check that out and let me know if you have any questions about that. And if you want to see like how I post them on my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel is Smart Business Mom. That's where all of my product videos, all of my Amazon product videos live. Not all of them, but we're getting there. Let's see. Someone said, oh, Fran says, can you tell me what Genius Links is? Is that something I do outside of the Amazon back office? Yes, it is. If you guys Google Genius Links, and I'm sure I have an affiliate link because I pay them, but I don't have it ready. But if you guys use, just Google Genius Links, and there's some good information. They can probably explain it much more clearly than I do. But basically, it's increased my commissions on the offsite side because the link helps to open and keep that affiliate tracking cookie from people clicking on the link when they're doing it on their phone to open in the Amazon app. So I was losing sales when I wasn't using that link. And now I've seen my offsite sales, which are not amazing by any means, but they have definitely like 3 to 5x since I've been using that. Definitely. And I can track the clicks. I can track every single click through Genius Links as they're being clicked from YouTube. which is really cool. So I can see like the 25 people clicked on this one link through this one video. So then I know, maybe this is the video that I need to then go further optimize for YouTube SEO because people are finding it and clicking on it. And I'm making sales on it, right? So then it also kind of gives me extra data. Any extra data I can get with the Amazon Influencer Program is just invaluable because, like I said, then I can go take action to make it better. I can tell what my top performing items are on YouTube just by looking at the link clicks through Genius Links, and then of course the sales through Amazon. But it's hard to see, or well, Amazon isn't showing me every single, affiliate link click that they're showing me that converts to a sale, but I don't know. Now I know through Genius Links what videos they're coming from, and how many times people are clicking on that. So that's super helpful. Let's see. Eva says, but if Mexico and Australia don't have shoppable videos, why do you bother having a storefront on those Amazons? Okay, so that's a great question. That's honestly why I haven't put a ton of time into it yet because they don't have shoppable videos. But my good, smart, very smart friend, Liz, had a great point in that. So she's opened, I think she's in like almost every international influencer marketplace right now. And so the reason why she did that is because, well, she's always testing things. But, and Liz, if you're on here, feel free to correct me if I'm saying this wrong. But there is a theory that potentially as shoppable videos get opened up on these other marketplaces, that they may make new people go through that 3 video approval process. So the idea is that if you already are in the global marketplaces and have videos uploaded, that you're maybe not needing to go through that 3 video on-site approval process in the future. I know that's kind of a stretch, and that's why I'm not spending a ton of time uploading videos anywhere else. But I know what she did is she did like 3 videos at least, and maybe she might have more now on each of the marketplaces just to make sure that if that becomes a barrier, right, in the future, that she's already in, right? So she's not going to have to deal with that. So that's one idea as to why. The other idea would be, if you do have a big offsite presence, or if you are in one of these other countries, of course, then it's beneficial to have an influencer storefront through these other marketplaces too. So yeah, that's a great question. I'm not spending a ton of time internationally. I'm very much focused on the US. I'm always creating new content for the US, and then YouTube really is my second, because now I'm seeing money coming in through there, through my offsite links, especially using Genius Links. That's helped a ton too. So I think it's more just kind of getting prepared for the future and being hopeful that we'll have shoppable videos like everywhere eventually. But you never know. But we always just like to try new things too, right? Like, can we do it? Like, yes, okay, great. Now we move on. Let's see. So yes, we have that question answered. Sam says, so how busy is the UK and Australia? I'd have to go look and see. I'd have to go look and see what kind of money they process. There's articles if you Google, basically like what is the revenue on Amazon by global marketplace, right? The US is going to be like obviously much larger, and then we have, I don't know if, I think UK might be second, might be like UK, Canada, and then I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know I know relatively it's smaller. It's much smaller compared to the US. So if you are still like have less than 100 videos in your US storefront, don't even worry about this international stuff. This is like when you have extra time, then you can go post your videos you've already created on the international marketplaces. So, okay, let's see. Susan says, Kathleen, are you saying that if we post a video on Amazon Influencer on our laptop, it won't appear on people's Amazon app with their phone without this Genius Links? No, this is just when you're posting off of Amazon. This is just off Amazon. I only use Genius Links when I'm posting my Amazon videos onto YouTube. Or I think maybe some people use it on social media. I don't do a ton of promotion on social media, but no, you're fine. If you post a video Um, if you post a video and upload it directly to Amazon, you're fine. Your links are all, they should all be being tracked properly with Amazon. I just had an issue with a Creator Connections campaign that wasn't tracking my sales. So I'm working with Amazon to figure out why. But no, Susan, you're fine. As long as you upload it to Amazon, you're fine. This is just if you are uploading content off of Amazon, then I'm using Genius Links in order to make sure that that cookie stays while I bring people onto Amazon. Yes, yes. Okay. So wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. We have so Kyla says, okay, thanks. So all these outside tools are fine to use with Amazon. Yes, I'm only using outside tools that are fine with Amazon, most definitely. And I did my research on Genius Links and made sure that that was all fine and good and everything like that. So, yeah, no, these are all totally fine. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Yes, thank you. I have so many questions. We'll keep posting. Great, great, no problem. Let's see. So we have yes, Genius Link is super powerful. It not only works with Amazon but so many other retailer affiliate programs. Yeah, yeah. And most recently, seller referral company codes like Archer. Yes, yes. Yeah, Genius Links has been great. And like I said, on if you read through all the terms on Genius Links, they tell you exactly how to use them to make sure you're in compliance with Amazon. So yeah. All right, let's see. Facebook user Jack said this might have been asked already, but once you set up the Canada storefront and submit videos, how do you know if you've been approved for on-site? The interface is a little bit different than the US, and I'm still waiting to get approved in the US if that matters. Oh, okay. So right now, I know people that have already been approved for the US are they're just able to post on Amazon Canada and they don't have to go through the approval process. So right now there isn't a separate approval process to make that happen. So I don't know though, because if you're not yet unlocked for the US, I'm curious what your Jack, are you signed up for Canada yet? I'm guessing probably not because you said once you sign up for Canada storefront. I'm guessing that you're probably going to be locked on Canada until you're unlocked on the US. But that's a great question. But yeah, no, I do know that once you're unlocked on the US, it's not an extra barrier for Canada, and I know for sure for UK and Australia as well. So yeah, try that and let me know because there's not an extra step that you need approval for Canada if you're approved for the US. So you might just have to wait for US approval to be approved for Canada on site anyway. But yeah, let me know. Keep me posted about that. Let's see. So Fran says, when you are making videos, do you say the same type of intro for each one before you dive into the review? No, not necessarily. I like to vary it up. I did a lot of the same stuff in like first, in my earlier videos, I would say like, here's a quick review about this, this, and that. And now I don't use that intro like how I used to. Because sometimes, so if I'm doing like a brand video, which I don't do a ton of brand videos, but that'll be my intro, right? Like I was paid for my honest opinion to test out this product, right? Or if not, right? If I bought the thing, a lot of times I'll say, primarily my intro is like, I needed a solution for XYZ problem. So I decided to try out this product and here's what I think about it. Right. So really just kind of getting more of like a hook instead of saying, here's my quick review on this thing. Like they know that's what I'm doing. But instead, I'm trying to be a little bit more relatable and like talk to the customer and say, hey, like I did one for a volleyball that I bought for my daughter, right? So I said, hey, volleyball season was coming up and we needed a new volleyball. So I decided to buy this one because XYZ. This is the brand I used when I was a kid and I really liked it. And here's a close up and here's how it was shipped to me. And here's the thing I used to blow it up and things like that. So I think you can get a little more creative with it. I don't keep it the same, and mostly because that's boring. And we don't have analytics to know if it necessarily works. So yeah, Fran says, love that. Thank you. Oh, great, great. Thank you. Uh, yeah, vary it up. And I do the same with like the outros. A lot of times I'll say highly recommend if I have nothing else to say. But yeah, you want to be careful when you're talking to Amazon customers because Amazon doesn't love that when you're like talking to them and trying to convince them to buy things. They very much say like don't make it like an infomercial, right? Don't be like, here's the thing and like this, just be more relatable, like just pretend like you're on the other side of that. And the other thing to do too is if you're creating a video for a product that already has some influencer videos on there, I feel like I didn't have to do this early on because they weren't all filled up. Now we're seeing a lot more people are in the program and there's a lot more content on there. So now if I'm creating a video for something that already has the carousel filled up, first of all, you should be creating videos for these things anyway. Yes, they're going to be more competitive, but that doesn't mean you can't get in the carousel. But here's how you get in the carousel. You watch all the other videos and take some notes, I mean, don't spend like an hour doing this or anything, but watch the other videos and decide like, is there anything that people left out that you can include in your content to set it apart? Is there anything that, people loved that you want to model? Is there anything that you didn't love about, people's content? And how can you kind of make it your own? So you do want to see what everyone else is doing and figure out a way to make yours better. So you can kind of incorporate that into your content too. All right, let's see. K-Speed says, if we are approved in doing US and Canada, can we automatically get signed up for UK and Australia too? Yes, go through that same process. You still have to like sign up, but yeah, it's basically like an automatic approval. You just have to like go through and sign up. So go back to that page, Amazon influencer, sign up page, and just make sure that you toggle, the marketplace and just switch the marketplace from US or Canada to UK and go to sign up, go through the process, sign in with your US or Canada influencer account, and you'll basically just be approved like immediately. Yeah, that's what I did. Worked for me. Yes, need to be careful about personal advice for sure. You don't want to give too much personal advice. You also don't want to give any obviously personal information, right? I've had videos rejected because I referenced like my kids using something, and then when I took it out, it was fine. So yeah, you do need to be very careful on what you're saying. I think a lot of that was probably my reference to kids, like I said, but yeah, you always want to be careful with that. All right, so Jack says, I have my Canada storefront, but I haven't submitted videos yet to Canada since it was a little bit different. Yeah, keeping my fingers crossed on my second video submission on the US site. Thanks for the input on my videos, by the way. Appreciate you taking the time to help. Yeah, of course. That's right, Jack. Okay, good. So you submitted those? Awesome. Yeah, I think you'll be fine with those if you fixed up the audio. That was the only thing. I think the rest of your videos are awesome. And Jack's a student in the Influence and Earn course. So if you guys are in my course, Influence and Earn, we encourage, and I'm happy to review all the first 3 videos, right? Because that's a huge part of this program, and we want to make sure you get in. So yeah, if you guys are in the course and need some additional help with making sure your videos are up to par before you submit, you can post those in the Facebook group. And I will be happy to look at them. And same with other people. Everyone else has been really helpful too with some of their feedback. All right, let's see. We have Susan says, when you are creating a video outside of TikTok, how do you upload it as a draft into TikTok so you can use some of their features like their pop-up characters and sound bits? I know you can because I have a couple videos in draft mode. Ooh, I don't know if I uploaded them though. If anyone else has the answer to this, I am certainly not a TikTok expert. I think all my drafts are ones that I've recorded inside TikTok. I didn't upload those. That's a good question though. If anyone else has that answer for Susan, that would be awesome. You guys can feel free to type it in the chat. She's looking for a way to upload a video as a draft into TikTok, if anybody knows that. Like I said, I don't think I have drafts, but they started in TikTok, and then I like went back and it was like, "Do you want to save this draft?" Yes, okay. And then they all live there like on the, on the main page, but I'm the only one that can see them. All right. Yeah, we'll find that out for you, Susan. Let me see if anyone has a response for that. All right, Sam says, I did a video about a fire blanket that was rejected because I said it put out the fire. Yeah, can't say that. It might not put out their fire. That's so true. And that's a claim, right? Amazon is looking to that as a claim because you're exactly right. Put out your fire, but it might not put out somebody else's fire. So, yeah, you've just got to be really careful in what you're saying and, what you're claiming. Fortunately, if that happens in a video after you've already been approved for the first three, it's totally fine, because they'll just reject it and then you just go back and edit it and resubmit it. But with your first three videos, that's why I always say with the first three, you just got to be super careful and just pick those very safe products. Like, yeah, nothing that has to do with fire, or I always say, like, stay away from the medical stuff. Don't talk about supplements or like anything like that. I did a video on a antibacterial thing for fish, and it was one of the hardest videos I ever made because I couldn't talk about, even though it did exactly what it was supposed to be, it cleared up the issue that my fish had, and I had like some pictures and before and after and all that. It took me 3 times to get that approved because instead of saying like you know, you can't say cured, it cured the issue. I said something, it was a bacterial infection or whatever, and obviously bacterial is like a yeah, that's just gonna get rejected no matter what, pretty much. So, yeah, so I think I said like he looked a lot better after using it, or it did exactly what it was supposed to do. You just kind of got to be very careful with the wording that you use there. Yeah, Sam says always say use as directed. That's really smart advice. Always say use as directed. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's see. Kyla says, so do you ever review things that don't have videos just in case they unlock it? I did a lot of reviews on past purchases when I started, and now I need to go back and see if they even have videos up. Yes, it's not, they're definitely not my first priority, but here's why. And I get this question so often, like, do you do videos for products that don't yet have a brand video on there? And the answer is yes, and I'll tell you why. Because first off, Amazon's already is always testing. They're always testing, so there's always an opportunity to get it shown. And so even if there isn't a brand video on in the top carousel, you could still get your video in the bottom carousel. And we have been finding that the bottom carousel is very valuable, mostly because when they take it away, everyone's clicks and sales go down, right? So we know people are finding that bottom carousel and watching videos and purchasing from it. So that is another placement that even if the brand video isn't on the product listing page, your video can still show up in the bottom carousel. The other thing is that going back to Amazon's always testing, every so often, I've seen it happen like 4 or 5 times now. Every so often, Amazon will throw in a couple days or a week where they just put influencer videos on all of those product pages that don't have brand videos yet. And those are my favorite times of, those are my favorite days of the week, because that then just opens up a huge opportunity for you to be on those listings that don't have a brand video yet. So they're always testing. Sometimes they show up, and one of my favorite examples of this is they did it around Thanksgiving, and I was so excited because I had a Thanksgiving Day tablecloth that I bought the previous year for Thanksgiving, and it was just always on the bottom of my list, right? Well, there's no brand video and it's a tablecloth, so like, are people really going to watch a video about a tablecloth that's not in the top carousel? So I didn't do it the first year. The second year, this was just last year. I kind of ran out of stuff to do because it was right before I started buying a bunch of stuff for the holidays. And so I'm like, oh, whatever. I have the tablecloth out. It's like beginning of November. I'll just shoot a quick video. Like, it's a tablecloth. It's not going to be like a super in-depth assembly demonstration video. So I did the video. I got it up there. And like a week later was when Amazon did this test. And so my Thanksgiving Day tablecloth video was on the product page, and that product shot up to like number 3 in the tablecloths category. And my video was the only one that was on there. And it was right before Thanksgiving. So, I mean, I don't know, I made like over 300 sales of this Thanksgiving tablecloth because they just decided to test that week, and there was no brand video, and there was nobody else. There were no other influencer videos, probably because they were like, same thought as me. Why am I going to take the time to do a video on this tablecloth? But that tablecloth did very well and paid for itself over and over and over again. They then took that down, right? And obviously, I'm not making any more sales on that. But that's a good example of why, if you have an opportunity, just go for it. Get a video on there, even if there isn't a brand video on there. Yeah, and Eric says some of my best performing videos financially have never shown a video on the product page. So there you go. More proof. Thank you for sharing that, Eric. Yeah, I think go for it. Most definitely go for it. Obviously, it's better if there's a brand video, but not necessarily all the time, right? So yeah, totally still do those. Let's see who said this. Jarrett said, is the UK now open as well as Canada? You can be an influencer in the UK, but they do not have shoppable videos yet. Canada is still the only marketplace that I've seen that has shoppable videos. But you can still go sign up and have like your own UK influencer storefront. It will, and you'll see that because when you sign up, it's amazon.co.uk/shop/ your name. But I mean, how much time should you be spending on that when they don't have shoppable videos yet? I don't spend much time on it. I just kind of wanted to see if I could get one open, and I've got, I think, maybe 2 videos on UK and Australia at this point, just to test it, just to see kind of what happened. And guess what? Not a lot has happened. So there you go. So you could sign up and then just kind of wait until that was my rationale, was I'm going to sign up and then I'm just going to wait until they open shoppable videos. Or Canada, they're back. So is there going to be another country coming soon? Maybe. And like I said, I just kind of hedge with UK and Australia just because of, they're primarily English speaking countries. So my videos would be fine over there. Whereas, if I went to like Italy first or Germany first, they may not approve my videos because they're in English. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that yet because I haven't tried. Let's see. Wild Soul Revival. The last few months, I've been using comment link on my Instagram videos and have been sending out my Amazon storefront links in DMs. Okay. Yep. That's also a good way to do it. And the storefront links, I believe, are totally fine in DMs. It's the affiliate link, right? The direct affiliate link that you're not supposed to be doing in DMs, but storefront link is cool. Storefront link, you have a lot more leeway with that. Also said, my sales seem to be much lower in January and February despite sending out lots of links. I'm wondering if I'm possibly not getting credit for everything. Yes, I also recently heard that we are no longer supposed to send links in DM, so I'm wondering if that is correlated to it. Yeah, you're sending out your storefront link, right? Wild Soul Revival. You're sending out your storefront link, right? Not your affiliate links. Because you definitely don't want to be sending out your affiliate links. That's not okay. You're not allowed to post your Amazon affiliate links anywhere where it requires somebody to log in or is not public, right? So that includes DMs, that includes private or closed Facebook groups, right? If you need to get approved to get into a Facebook group, that Facebook group should not be posting Amazon affiliate links because it's behind a wall, right? And the reason is because then Amazon can't see that and they can't monitor it. So that's why it's not okay. Yeah, the DMs with storefront links, though, I thought that was okay. But I don't know for sure. You may also be running into the issue of losing your tracking link because you're not using something like Genius Links, but I don't know the ins and outs of Genius Links and using those with DMs. I don't know that. I would have to read through and see if that's okay. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to be super careful with sharing those links. The storefront link is fine though. Like all of my storefront or all of my socials have my storefront on them. They don't have just straight up Amazon affiliate links or even Genius links, because the storefront link is like the one that's just okay to share pretty much everywhere, because it has that disclosure on it. You still want to do your own disclosure, but that's why it's just not, the rules aren't quite so rigid, because when people do click on it, right there it says your name and earns commissions. But with the affiliate links, it doesn't say that. So that's why you have to be very, very clear when you send someone an affiliate link to use. And you have to be careful how you are sending that. Yeah. And as far as sales going with being lower in January and February, that's across the board. Almost every single thing that almost every single person that I've talked to has had a rough January, February. February is looking better, but January was one of my worst months that I've had since my first year in the program. And that's not, I mean, I didn't add hundreds of new videos, right, in December and January. So maybe if I had, things would have been different. But across the board, we're just seeing things were a little bit lower last month, and kind of speculating that maybe Amazon moved the goalpost a bit. Most people also didn't have lower carousels. So now that those are coming back, my sales have been increased over the last couple days as I've seen my lower carousels coming back too. My sales are up and my clicks are up. So I'm hopeful, and just always continue to add more products, add more videos, go back and update, make sure that your old videos are still on the pages, and go. Amazon is now encouraging us to create second and third videos on those products that we already have videos for. They were very clear about that in the last shoppable video, do's and don'ts, right? Oh, and if you guys need that, here, let me make sure that everyone has. This is my free resource that we gave this away a couple weeks ago when we did like the do's and don'ts. But if you guys want this, you just have to opt in with your email, but it's a PDF that has the link that I just talked to you about. It's the very first one, like the updated do's and don'ts. So if anyone has like questions about where can I put my links, or where can I find Amazon's terms of service, or like what does the FTC say about Amazon affiliate links, all that stuff is in this resource here. So I'll just leave that up here for a second if anybody wants to grab that. Yes. All right. Add to cart. Nikki says, stick with the facts. Yeah. State the size and show how it's packaged. Yes, definitely. No claims. No. I mean, I know you can't even really say like this did this for me. Yeah. You have to be very careful. Yeah. Stick with the facts. I was talking with somebody the other day and she was like, oh yeah, it was a supplement. And she's like, I mostly just read what was on the back. Right. Exactly. Just like Nikki said, the facts, what's in it, what's in it, the directions, right, use as directed, like Sam said. So yeah, that's great advice. All right, let's see. Jeff says, I have customers that ask me to refer them to products that I like. Can I send them an affiliate link, or do I need to attach it to a social that is linked to my storefront? Love all the videos. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Okay, so you're saying, can I send them an affiliate link, or do I need to attach it to a social that is linked to my storefront? You don't need to attach it to a social, but you just need to be careful how you share that affiliate link. What I would do, my best recommendation for sharing with customers like that is to create a page on your website. I'm assuming you have a website. So yeah, my best recommendation is to create a page on your website that you then direct your customers to, because if you send an affiliate link directly to them through a text, through an email, that could get you in trouble. But like if you had a resources page or a favorite things page on your website, then you can just direct your customers to your website that then has all of your resources and your affiliate links in there. And that is totally fine with Amazon's terms, as long as on that page on your website, you have at the top your affiliate disclosure first before any of the links are posted. So that's how I would do that. Because yeah, if you have customers that you're like constantly referring them to go to Amazon, I mean, or you could create an idea list too, right? It's just a little bit different like way to navigate. So a couple ways that I do that, I have a resources page on my website that has all my favorite things with the affiliate links, top disclosure. These are affiliate links. If you click on them, I will earn a commission at no additional cost to you. But yeah, then the other way is to create an idea list in your storefront and then pin it. So it's really easy for people to find, because sometimes things get lost and you have more content and the other content kind of filters down. But yeah, or create an idea list on your storefront and name it, like I have an idea list for like the equipment I use for recording, right? So I have like the tripod that I use and the microphone that I use and things like that. And then when anybody's like, so what tripod do you use or what equipment do you use to record your videos? Then I just send them. I can send them to my storefront because that idea list is pinned like right at the top. You guys can go see that if you have a link to my storefront. You'll see that there. So yeah, just be careful. But those would be two different options that you could do with that, Jeff. All right. All right, so Kyla says, same. I keep having issues with a video. Oh, yeah, about a product for mold. Yes, but the other videos up there say it and have barcode on there. So that was confusing. Okay, so those other videos are probably old, is my guess. A lot of people, and myself included, are. So when we go back and I'm trying to figure out how to get this. There we go. Once, if you guys see videos on listings, especially for those tough ones where you're talking about mold, a lot of those videos are just old because the barcode thing was not a rule 3 years ago. It wasn't. I have videos up that have a barcode in there, and I came across one or two of them in the last month, and I was like, ooh, why is that? Oh, because I uploaded it 2.5 years ago. That's why. So those are just all probably old videos that got approved before AI started reviewing videos and before the barcode thing was a rule. My guess is that those videos will stay there until other videos can come in and kind of kick it out. But we are seeing a lot of people, and I've had this happen to me like so many times now, and I know a lot of people in my network are feeling the pain of this too, is going back and adjusting some of those older videos when they fall off the carousel on Amazon product pages. And you're adjusting them, and then Amazon re-reviews them, and then they find something that is now against the rules that wasn't before. So yeah, that includes talking about mold and having kids in your video without an adult. I had not a lot of those, but like a handful of those way back when I first started. And I'm like, I don't want to be in the video. It's a kid toy. So I'm just going to have my kid be in it and demonstrate while I do a voiceover. And a couple of those were left that I hadn't adjusted after they changed that rule. And so just one day I went to go check, and I filtered my videos to see if anything was rejected. And there were a couple in there that I didn't know were rejected. And it's because the rules had changed and Amazon had gone through and either audited them, or if you go through and make a change, like you update your title or your thumbnail or something like that, they're going to re-review it. So now if any of these things are issues, right, then they're going to reject it, and you got to go back and do it. So I'm betting a lot of those people, they're just older videos that got through the approval process before those rules were in place. So if you can get a video, Kyla, to get through approval, I bet yours will get up there pretty quickly and bounce out some of those that are now like against the Amazon's terms. Yeah. But yeah, that's why they're old. Old videos is my my guess. All right, so let's see who said this one. I can't see. What's considered a good ratio in terms of items shipped versus items returned? Ooh, okay. So this is going to vary. Your items returned are going to be so much more in January. Like January, oh my gosh. I mean, that could be up to like 15 or 20%, maybe even 25%, because it's January and we just went through the holidays and gifts. And Amazon always extends the return period over the holidays as well. They usually give people till the end of January, even once they start buying stuff like in early December. So, typically on the seller side, we try to keep the return rate like 5% max. With the influencer stuff, I mean, 5% would really be the goal. That's hard to just give a percentage across the board though, because it would be more representative if we were to break it down by category, because like with toys and games and stuff, your refund rate is going to be lower versus, let's say you have a lot of videos for shoes, clothes, things that are sizable, things people have to try on, because sometimes the return rate on clothes is like 30% because people buy. Yeah, I don't know how I got this. At least it's a thumbs up and not a thumbs down. I don't know how that's on there or how to turn it off. Um, yeah, so if you sell a lot of clothes or you have a lot of videos for clothing and shoes, I would expect your return rate to be higher because it's just a higher return rate category because of sizing, and things like that. Like I said, with toys and electronics and like kitchen and home stuff, we're really looking at like 5%, or less. But again, it could be up to 10%, especially in January. But 5% is always my goal threshold. I have to go in and see. I haven't looked at my return numbers in like 2 months because I know they're high, right? Just because of the time of the year. But typically, yeah, I would look at like a goal, ideally is 5%, but again, look at your categories, because if you're primarily in clothes, it's going to be much higher than 5%, just because of the category there. That's a great question though. All right, let's see. I'm too far behind with my Facebook. Oh, that was Eva. Great question. All right. Susan says, I am still in the TikTok stage, have done a few videos in the personal development niche. Love it. Do you think that Amazon will still approve me because of the non-product content? I know you said even cute cat videos on TikTok work, but just wondering about developing a niche. Yeah, no, you are totally fine. You can post whatever you want on TikTok, to grow your following and your engagement. And make sure, Susan, if you haven't already, that you post your TikTok in the free Facebook group. I know you're in the course too, but post in the free Facebook group. You can post in the course Facebook group too, but just to get people following. There's also there's a pinned post in the free Facebook group, all about like how to get approved with TikTok. And so if anybody wants to help by following people in there, if you guys want to post your TikToks in there too, please do, because we want to encourage people to follow each other and engage with each other on TikTok so that you can get into the influencer program. But all that to say, no, you do not have to have product content on TikTok if that's how you're planning to apply for the program. It's totally fine. You can grow it posting videos about cats, about personal development, about products. At this point, from just what we've been seeing with Amazon and the people that are getting approved with TikTok, the content doesn't matter as much as your engagement really does, and the amount of views that you're getting on each one of those videos. So no, I think you just create whatever content feels good for you and just keep creating the content. And that's the most important thing. Yeah, that's a great question though. Let's see, but are Instagram stories okay for associate links? I don't know. I think so. If your Instagram is public, right? You can't have a private Instagram account and then post affiliate links. I do know that is not okay. Can you post them on stories? Probably. I have a resource that I would have to find. I feel like I posted in the Facebook group. There's a best practices resource, and maybe it's on that page. I need to be more prepared with all my resources here. It might be on that do's and don'ts page. Let me throw that back up in the chat, because Amazon has a whole page of like best practices for posting links on your social media. I just don't know where that page is. And I think it's probably on the page that I created. But yes, it's the last one. So if you opt into this, it's the last one on here. This is the worksheet that you're getting, but the very last link is the Amazon Influencer Program social sharing tips. So download that. That's the direct link to that. It's just the last link on this PDF page. If you opt in there, if you already have it, then yeah, just navigate to that. They talk about all the best practices. They talk about TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. So grab that if you guys want to know Amazon's best practices for posting on social there. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Wild Soul Revival says, thank you. I'm sending out shoppable photo links. Okay, great. I'm using the URL. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's okay because those are your like direct influencer links. I think that's okay. But yeah, make sure and check out this resource that I got because Amazon, like I said, Amazon has a whole post on there. All right, let's see. Should you use Genius Links to post your storefront on social bio? I wouldn't. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I would have to read through the terms with Genius Links. The thing with Genius Links is that you have to tell people that that link goes to Amazon before they click on it. So that would be my concern is that if you didn't have text before you posted the link and you just post the link, you could get in trouble for that. But if you were to post, if you were to say like my Amazon affiliate shop and then post to it, I think you would be okay. I would just look at the Genius Links resources just to make sure. And like I said, they're very diligent. I read through everything before I started using them because as I always say, there's nothing that I'm ever going to do to jeopardize my Amazon account, or I'm never going to do anything that is even remotely kind of maybe against Amazon's terms. I would just make sure with the documentation through Genius Links that that's okay because they have a ton of people that use this, and I don't personally because I just post the regular. So like on my YouTube channel, it's just the straight influencer storefront link, and then on my socials, I have a like Linktree-esque web page, but it's hosted on my website. So then I have the different links on there, but the actual link goes to my blog page. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. And I don't want to steer you wrong. So read the documentation through Genius Links before you decide to do, or if you decide to do that. Okay, let's see. So let's see who said that one. I don't know who said. Oh, Sam said, I noticed if I don't add at least 2 videos a day, my sales have dropped. Ooh, that's great insight. 2 videos a day. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've been testing adding at least 1 video a day and I feel like my everything's going up as I'm doing that. But I'm also being like very strategic about the videos that I've been posting just because I've had some other stuff going on over the last couple weeks. So I haven't been able to dedicate as much time as I would have liked to creating videos. And I have this whole backlog of products that I need to create videos for. So that's really good insight, Sam. Thank you. I would love to know. Yeah, I'd love to know everyone else's kind of consensus about that. We know with other video platforms that consistently posting is a very important part of the algorithm. And so I would not be surprised if it's also a very important part of Amazon's algorithm, right? Whether it's they show your videos more or they show them less because you're not posting as much. Sam, I think you're totally right on. And I'm kind of testing that same thing too. But it's interesting that you say 2 videos every day because I've been doing at least 1 video. And if I can't get a video up that day, I'll just do a picture. I'll do an image post, which is, so much easier than creating a new video. So yeah, keep us posted on that. Definitely the more you're posting, the more opportunity you have. But then we have people that are like, I added 300 new videos in January and my sales were half of what they were from last year. So I do think there is some validity to consistently posting as much as possible, whether it's daily or right multiple times a day. I just don't know. Just don't know exactly. There's no concrete evidence, right, that it helps. But if it is helping, then keep doing it. I know it's helping me, so I'm going to keep doing it too. But thank you for sharing that, Sam. That's super valuable. All right. Amy says, does Amazon cycle through everyone's videos on the bottom carousel? For example, sometimes you'll be in, sometimes not. Are they keeping it fair or strictly placing based on performance? Um, I mean, the short answer is we don't know. But from observations over the years, I do think that it is, I think it's more based on performance than keeping it fair. I do, if I had to pick one of those. I think it'd be more performance based than fair. I think there is an opportunity to get your video onto more saturated listings. I think the opportunity now is greater than it ever had been because we are seeing brand new videos get placed in the top one or two or three placements on very competitive product listings. But as far as like what stays there, I don't think it's a fairness thing. I think it's very much more based on performance, whether it's, I think part of it is the actual video performance, which is why I do recommend going to review all of the other review all the other videos that are already on the product listing page. If you're creating a video and you're already seeing influencer videos on that page, go see what everyone else is doing to make sure that you can figure out a way to do it better, or do it differently, or whatever it may be. Like we had an example from the last one, where someone was saying there's just this amazingly thorough, fantastic video on this product listing page. And I know that I can't do it better than that. I can't make it longer and more thorough like they did everything, right? So I'm just worried that, even though there were open slots, there were open video slots. He was like, I'm just worried that nobody's going to buy from me. And I was like, okay. So there's a very long one that's very in depth. I'm like, do the opposite. This isn't YouTube. This is Amazon. Do the opposite. Make it 1 or 2 minutes, make it short and sweet, and tell them all the important bullet points that they need to know in a minute or two, because some people are going to want to watch yours because it's 2 minutes and they're not going to watch this other one because it's 12 minutes, so I do think that if you take a little bit of extra time to figure out like how can you make your video better based on what's going on with the other videos that are on that listing, I totally think that you can get through. I do not think Amazon is fair about it, though. I think you always have an opportunity to get your new content placed on there. But if it's not as good or better than the content that's already up there, it will very quickly come down. I've seen it happen with my videos. I've seen it happen with other people's videos. But I do still think it's worth trying, especially if it's a product that you're like, I love this and I have so much to say about it. Like, go for it. All right. Donna says, I did a supplement review and said it helped with my it helped me with my heartburn and it was approved the first try. Oh, okay, good. Good, good. I think that wording is really great. And I think Sam, in your example with the like fire, like saying like it put out my fire. Yeah, I think you just need to like be, not too personal about it, but be like, this is what it did for me, not making it more general in your languaging, right? Making it, just saying like, this is how it helped me. This is what it did for me. Right. Not like, Donna, I'm sure you didn't say it cures heartburn, right? You said it helped with my heartburn. Oh, and you also didn't say it cured my heartburn or it took it away. You said it helped with. So I think that's also a really good phrase that you can use. And Kyla, too, if you're trying to get the mold, you could say it helped me with this problem here. And then maybe you just do a picture, but yeah, helped is much better than like cured or like talking to the Amazon customer saying this is what it could do for you. So yeah, that's great insight. Thank you. Joshua says, if I get into Canada, can I re-upload all my existing videos? Yes. Yes, you can. If you get into Canada, which I'm sure you will, yeah, you just take all the videos that you have on your US storefront and you just upload those to Canada. That's what everyone is doing. Definitely, yep, take the same exact videos and just upload them to Canada. It's just a separate interface, which is kind of annoying. And they don't have like a creator hub where you can upload 15 at a time. You just have to do it like one at a time through like your Canadian storefront, like add a post or add a video, right? That's the way to do it. It's just easier on the US. And hopefully, maybe they'll roll out the Creator Hub in Canada and then all of a sudden we'll see shoppable videos available everywhere. And that's just a dream that I have sometimes. But yeah, you can totally use those same videos for the US and just upload those to Canada. Yes, yeah, yeah. Sam said, "Do not share a direct link. It will show as a friend or family. Amazon wants us to share socially." Yes. So that's a great point, is that Amazon wants you to share via your social. We just need to make sure that we comply with all their terms, right? Just make sure that your social is not behind a login wall for someone else, right? So if you're sharing in your Instagram stories, make sure that your Instagram is not private, right? It has to be public so that anybody could theoretically go and see that. And by anybody, I mean anybody, but also Amazon, right? That's kind of they need to be able to see it. That's why if you have links on your website or your blog or anything like that that's just out in the internet that anybody could potentially find, like that usually is fine. Like that's the safe way to do it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Kyle said, "Oh, good. It did get approved and it's on the upper carousel, but I don't like the lighting of it, so wanted to redo it horizontally. I did vertical before. Maybe I should just leave it alone." I would totally leave that one alone. And if you want a horizontal one, just do another video. Yeah, leave that one there, because if you got it approved and it's on the product page, yeah, just leave it there. You could always just do another one horizontally, and then that would be a fun experiment, right? To see like which one would stay on the product page and how do they get rotated, right? I always love doing that when I create multiple videos for a product, because I have a lot of products that I created videos for years ago and then they kind of fell out of the rotation. So I created an updated one. I love doing that, right? 6 months later, this thing is still kicking. 2 years later, I'm still using the same toaster, and here's why I love it. Yeah, I would keep that one on there and create a new one, a new horizontal one, and see what happens. See what happens with the carousel and do a little experiment to see which one stays on there the longest and which one stays in the higher position out of the two. I think that'd be a really interesting to see. All right, let's see. Who said this one? Would love some advice. Eva said, would love some advice on utilizing my VA as I try to grow this business. What can you have your VA do? And does she have access to your YouTube page and your Amazon account itself? Yes. So my VA posts YouTube, yes. Amazon account, not anymore. Only because of the issues that I've been having with Canada. You cannot create a second user on your influencer account that has the permissions to upload content to your storefront. I have tried this. I've asked everyone I've ever known that's been in the program for over a year. And there's not a way that we know of. And if someone is on here and I'm wrong, please let me know. Um, with your associates account, you can though. You can create another user in your affiliate associates account and also your influencer account. It's just a permissions thing. With your associate or your affiliate, your offsite account, you can have your VA go in and pull links for you. They can pull reports for you. And same with the influencer side, you can get them to have access to reporting and things like that, and pull links, but they won't actually be able to upload your videos for you without having your direct login. So I'm not able to have them do that. But YouTube, for sure. My VA does a ton of my video editing for me. And so he will take, once a video is, I send him all the files that I have. And like I do some too, but like the really important videos that I have, B-rolls and lots of footage, and I do a voiceover and assembly and all that. And he's just better at video editing than I am right now. So I send it all over to him. And then what he does is when he's done editing it, he uploads it into our shared Google folder so that I can then upload it to Amazon. But he also uploads it as a draft in my YouTube channel. And so then when I'm ready, I can go, and I was having somebody else pull affiliate links for me. But like I said, I think that's what got me in trouble with the Canada side. So now I've taken everyone out of my Amazon affiliate account, and I'm the only one that has a login there. Just again, I'm trying to get into Canada, so I'm hoping this is gonna help me. But you could have a VA that has that access in your offsite, right? If you wanted to do YouTube, right, you could have somebody go pull your affiliate links through your associates affiliate side and then upload those to YouTube too. So yeah, those are great ones. Editing, uploading to YouTube, pulling affiliate links as long as they are a trusted person, that you don't mind having access to like your reports and all that. But yeah, they just won't be able to actually upload your content to your influencer side. Because I have tried and tried and tried. And if anybody else knows how to do that, please let me know. But I don't think it's possible. Again, you can create an account for them. They can pull your reports, they can pull data, but they can't upload content. It's just not part of the user permissions that's available. There's also a video on the channel too. I think it's like 5 things I outsourced to my VA if you want to check out that. I think there's a couple other things I probably talk about in there. Let's see. So Kyla says, if you have a lot of videos, but you aren't on a carousel, does that mean you just got off the rotation? Or I'm sorry, a lot of views. If you have a lot of views, but you aren't on the carousel, does it mean you just got off the rotation? It could. It certainly could, especially if you're seeing a lot of sales coming from those videos. Another thing, though, to look out for is like other placements. So maybe your video was placed on Inspire. I have to believe that some of my videos were placed on Inspire because I had a couple videos when I went to check that were like 100,000 views, and it was like off the charts from my like second and third video. And so I have to believe, but there were like not a lot of sales for that item. So I never would have known had I not actually gone to check to see. And so I have to believe that that video either made it to Inspire, which doesn't surprise me with a lot of views and not a lot of sales. I feel like that tends to be what happens with my content, but I also don't create my content for Inspire. I create it for the product listing pages. But you could also, I mean, you could also be placed through Amazon's like creator ads. So your content could be on Pinterest or on Instagram, and you may not see it, but Amazon is running your content as an ad, and that may be where you're getting a lot of views too. Yeah. Or it was just rotated off the carousel and it was on there for a very long time. And yeah, like literally just got rotated off, or you're just not seeing it and other people are. I've done experiments where like I'm seeing, I don't know, I didn't do a thumbs up. I did, or a thumbs down. I did thumbs up. Look, it's not registering now. Yeah, it could be that they're, like I said, they're always like kind of putting things in different placements and things like that. So that would be my guess, is you're probably rotated out of the carousel, but it could be that you got placed on Inspire too. Yeah. Let's see. Wild Soul Revival says, can we send out an ideal list or shoppable photo in a DM? I believe you can, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I know that you can send out your storefront link. But I don't know about a direct link to an idea list or a shoppable photo. I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure. If you read that social, the Amazon Influencer Program social sharing tips, read through that just to make sure. And I will read through that in the near future, or before I do this next Q&A, because I need to brush up on the social stuff. I don't share a ton of links. I kind of just direct people to my storefront that I have linked on my socials, or just a general idea list that I put together. But I direct people to my storefront, and then I pin the idea list. So I think it's probably okay, but just make sure. Just read through Amazon and make sure. All right, let's see. Susan said, I had one video on TikTok denied because it was against their terms. They used royalty-free image and royalty-free audio clip from Pixabay. One of them must have had a watermark, but ironically, it received the most engagement, still very small compared to my other video posts. They said they denied it because they were focused on user engagement. It was just about setting your intention for the day. No watermark was visible. Is there a way of telling on these royalty-free resources? Yeah, I don't know that. I'm guessing, yeah, if you had a watermark, that probably triggered it for them. That would be my guess. But the other stuff, I'm not sure. I tend to, when I'm posting on TikTok, I like to pull the resources from them. Like I'll pull the music directly from TikTok just to kind of avoid this issue. And I'd be really careful with, I wouldn't do music on your Amazon videos. For social, I think it's totally fine. But yeah, I wonder if your watermark tipped them off. Maybe that was a red flag for them. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Someone says, "Oh, interesting. So it might be better to post 1 to 2 videos a day versus 30 videos in 2 days and then stop posting for a month." Yeah, that's a theory. We don't really know. We don't really know. Like, my mentality from day 1 has always been, when a video is done, I upload it, because if I'm sitting on it, then I'm not earning on it, right? So that has not been the way that I've traditionally done it, but there is a lot of, like, talk and speculation that consistency, could be a factor now. So I think it's just something to test, right? I think we should all be testing. I'm currently testing this, right? I've been trying to post every single day for the last couple weeks. Um, and I have seen my stats go up. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted. All right, we got about 8 minutes left, so I'm going to try to run through all the rest of these questions real quick. Thank you all for joining, by the way, and spending time with me here on Valentine's Day. Um, let's see. Kyla says, "Interesting. That makes sense when you post often." Yeah, I post a lot at Christmas time and made the most that month, but it could have just been because it was the holiday season. Yeah. Could have been both. December is always a great month, but I do think there is something behind posting more frequently now. And like I said, I'm seeing my numbers going up too. So I appreciate everyone sharing on that. And if you guys all do an experiment, come let me know how it's going. Because I mean, my numbers are certainly down from December. But February is already looking better than January. So I am hopeful for that. But I've also been adding new content every day. So, yeah. All right. So let's see, who did this one. Susan said, "How do you sync your audio when you add it in later to your pics? I am thinking of doing a longer TikTok with text on each frame, and then reading the text later and trying to sync them together. I saw one like this by a TikTok expert. I'm using DaVinci Resolve for my editing." I would just have the video. I don't do a lot of my editing within TikTok, but I would just have the video play and do a voiceover so that it syncs. So create the video. Like, this is what I do with my regular Amazon videos. I Well, actually, a lot of times I create the voiceover and then I have my editor overlay the videos on there. But when I was doing it myself, I found it a lot easier to have my videos and then I would just do the voice overlay as the things were happening, like through my video, and then just edit out any like kind of downtime. So I would just look at creating the video first or the slideshow first and then doing a voiceover after you have that done. I've just found that to be a little bit easier, but you can try it both ways and see what works better for you. Amy says, "Thank you. It seems like the saturated products with a ton of videos I eventually get in, but sometimes it takes weeks." Yeah. And that's really encouraging, though, that even like, because I find sometimes my videos that are on saturated products will get up there right away. And then they'll come down and then maybe they'll go back up like 2 months later. Right. But that's very encouraging to hear that sometimes you have videos up there and then they come back after a couple weeks, right? Or maybe even a month, they get up there in the rotation. And that could be because some of them dropped out or some of them got disapproved eventually or something like that. Or Amazon is just testing. They're like, actually, all these videos are not working great. So now we're going to bring in some new ones that people have already submitted. I know. We just don't know. It's frustrating. But I try to look at the bright side and just look at like how fun it is to try to figure it out. Mostly it's fun. Try not to be too frustrated about it, or you'll never make it in this world with the influencer with Amazon. I meant the Amazon world, right? You've got to find the goodness in all of this testing, and your numbers are down, so you got to not focus on. I mean, you need to know what the issue is, but with Amazon, we don't really know what the issue is, but we can always find different things to test and try to make it better and pick it up. And I always say, like, instead of going to rant on Facebook, which is fine if you need to post a couple things here or there, no problem. But instead of ranting about it, right, we just go fix the problem. Fix it, find new content or find new products to create content on, try a new video technique, try a new intro or outro, Yeah. So, Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Yeah, Amazon's always testing, just like we are. You never know who is going to like the pink and purple blanket unless you test. That is so true. Thank you, Sam. Sam, you got a lot of wisdom for us today. This is amazing. Thank you for joining and for all your awesome input. Yes, and remember, we have many different cultures in the US. That's a very, very true. Very true. Amy says, great insights. Wonderful. Yes. Kyla says, oops, didn't do the saturated ones, but I got on and have made money even when I don't see my video on there. Yes, but I don't always see my own video. Others might see them. Exactly. You might not see your video. Other people might see them. And now that more and more people are seeing the lower carousels coming back, myself included, Amazon is putting our videos on. They're doing like related products too, right? So even if you created a video about a particular item, I'm finding more and more related products I'm getting commissions for. And that gives me a lot of good insight into maybe I should go buy this thing, or I'll go to the listing, right? And see like, is there a brand video? Are there any other influencer videos? And those related products can turn out to be really good opportunities too. I've bought a couple of things that I was like, oh, this is just a fantastic opportunity. I'll try out this product and make a video because people are buying this product after they, watch my video because they wanted something a little bit different, right? So, yeah, always an opportunity there. Oh, hey, Doug and Nikki. Hey, group. Just wanted to say hi. Hey, Doug and Nikki. Thanks for popping in here. I always love seeing you guys. K-Speed says, how do you upload in bulk? Yeah, so if you go to the Creator Hub, I believe you're able to upload up to 15 videos, 15 videos at a time. So I don't know if you just like drag and drop or what. I just do one at a time because I find it easier that way. But if you go to Creator Hub and look up at the top there should be instructions on like how to upload. I think it's like I said, up to like 15 videos at a time. Yeah. Oh, Kyla says horizontal one got rejected, so we'll do it again. Vertical one got rejected, so I had to redo that one. Ah, well, that's okay. Yeah, not a lot of sales, but it didn't make it to Inspire because I can check that. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Amazon can. So part of you being in the Amazon influencer program, and they have a couple little like disclaimers. If you look up creator ads, basically as an influencer, we are all now opted into Amazon's creator ads program, which basically just gives Amazon the authority to take any of your content and use it as an Amazon ad. Yeah. So, but if you're in an Amazon ad, they will still credit you and give you commissions, or that's what they tell us. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Eva says, I'm hearing people saying the influencer program has become so saturated and that people's earnings are half of what they were last year. Any truth to this? Yes. And someone else says, nice to hear about other people's success here on the Amazon influencer program. Yes. So couple things with that. Yes, definitely a lot of people's earnings are down, and the flip side is a lot of people's earnings are up. So um, I think I think people are way more likely to complain publicly than they are to say, "Hey, look, I made all this money," and encourage everyone else to do it. Right? So yeah, there's definitely people are earning half of what they did last year. My January was not good. It was not good. My January this year was half of what I earned January last year. Um, I don't think it's because the program is saturated though. I think it's because I didn't have lower carousels. I think it's because I didn't add as many videos as I did last January. Um, those are just two factors. Yes, there are definitely more influencers today than there were 365 days ago, for sure. And there will be more 365 days from now. But I'm also really of the mentality like you can only control what you can control, right? So I'm not going to quit the influencer program because I think there's too many other people. I'm just going to do better product research and make better videos. So that's another way to look at it. Yes, I definitely earned less in January, and that was frustrating. But I also like took more time to look at my stats, and I have more like experiments that I'm doing, and I'm just learning more in general to try to figure out why I earned less and what I can do to earn more next month. Like I said, I think a big part of it is the lower carousels being gone. And yes, Eva says, are there more product listings on Amazon than last year? I wonder if growth is to scale. That's the thing with Amazon product listings, is that there's new ones being added every day. There are also products that are going out of stock every day. So, I mean, it's all about product research, you guys. If you just throw stuff at the wall, you got to expect that that's what your results are going to be, right? So, if I did more product research and got more videos up in January, I think I easily could have matched what I did the previous January, but I didn't. So that's what I'm testing for February. Can I match my earnings from February this year than I did last year? And that's that's what I'm trying to do now, instead of like looking at how saturated the influencer program is. Amazon is advertising, trying to bring more people into the program every day. We see advertisements like all over on different platforms and on Amazon, right? They're constantly saying, "Oh, did you know you could do Amazon Live? You know, influencers can do Amazon Live." So yeah, I mean, definitely more people, but also, I don't know, look for better opportunities and focus on the things that you can control, right? I've also dedicated more time to growing my offsite channels. So I've dedicated more time to growing my sales on my YouTube channel for my Amazon products. Whereas, last year I wasn't really doing that a whole lot. So I think you just need to stick with what you can control and, quite honestly, do more product research and make better quality videos and look at what are other people doing that are on the listings that you're trying to get on. So yeah. Kyla says, how long has the program been around? January was down because retail is in January and they took carousels down, right? It'll go back up. Yeah, exactly. The program has been around. Doug and Nikki, if you guys are still on here, Doug and Nikki were one of the first people. And I know you guys they've been doing it like about a year longer than me. So I started in November of 2021. And I want to say they started in like November of 2020. So it was like mid to end of 2020 was when the program first kicked off, to my knowledge. So yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to take like one more question. If you guys have one more question, and then I got to run. I just, again, really appreciate everyone coming on live. You guys have such amazing, wonderful questions. And I really hope this is helpful for everyone that is watching here. And I know that if your sales were down in January, like I said, just make sure that you're doing things to get them up in February, right? And don't go down those Facebook rabbit holes, you guys, of people complaining about things that are out of their control. Like if people are saying the program is too saturated, well, I mean, that'd be like saying like the Amazon seller program is too saturated. There are thousands, probably tens of thousands more Amazon sellers than there are Amazon influencers, and people are launching new products and new brands on Amazon literally every single day. So I say that as a comparison to you, but also to encourage you, because sellers are launching new products on Amazon every single day. And that just gives you more opportunity as an influencer to create videos on those newer products, right? So just looking to, again, the things you can control and making sure you're constantly creating more content, making it better, testing new things, and make sure that you're going back and make sure you're going back and checking your old videos too, like especially the ones that were top performers for you. This is another thing actually that I have my VA do once a week. He goes and checks. I have a list of all my top performing products, and he checks if they're on the carousel every single week. I know Amazon rotates more than once a week, right? They rotate more than once a day. But just to get an idea, right? Are my carousels, my top performing carousels, still on the product listing page? And he puts it all in a report for me and checks the boxes. And for anything that's been no for like a couple weeks in a row, I'm going to go take action on those, right? So it's really just taking the right action, and just know that you are in the right place to be able to earn more with the Amazon Influencer Program. And don't let other people saying that it's too saturated get you down. Instead, like, use that energy and use it for good and keep creating that content, right? So Oh, thank you. I gotta thanks so much for sharing all your knowledge, Kathleen. Thanks for coming. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Ash Wednesday. Yes, yes, thank you. Thanks, Kathleen, again for your wonderful information. You continue to give us. You're amazing. Oh, the busy Graham. You're just the best. You are the best. Thanks for coming today. You didn't have quilting today? That's my mom, you guys. She's awesome. Everyone should go follow the busy Graham on TikTok. Okay. Go find her, the busy Graham on TikTok. Okay. Here you go, mom. I hope that helps. That's okay. That's okay. That's my number one fan, you guys. Go follow her on TikTok. Help her out. All right. Happy Valentine's Day, all. Thank you all for showing up. This replay will be here right now. As soon as I end the stream, you guys will be able to watch this replay on YouTube. Feel free to, to let me know if you're watching the replay. If you guys have any questions as the replay viewers are coming up, make sure you go ahead and post them in here. Oh, thank you. Kyla says thank you. Always so helpful. Love it. All right, you guys, happy Valentine's Day. Go spend the rest of your day doing something fun or just creating awesome content. And I'll talk to you next time.